Hey everyone, if you've ever wondered which type of roof is better for your indoor temperature, then this video is for you. Today I will explain the different roofing materials and also give some tips to improve their performance. First thing, to understand the thermal efficiency, you must have to know this R value first. It's also called thermal resistance value. This figure measures how well a material can resist heat transfer. You can think of R value like the thermos value. Higher R value means the longer time that you can keep your coffee cold or warm in your thermos. According to the National Construction Code in Australia, roofs in Sydney, Brisbane, and Perth should have a total R value above this figure. Cooler climate zone like Melbourne should have a total R value above this figure. Okay, so now let's take a look to the R value of the metal roof and the clay tiles. How much of an R can they provide for your house? This is the table from the Building Code of Australia. Yes, you're right. They both are very close to zero. That means no matter if you're using tile or metal to your roof, they're not gonna help blocking out the heat, not at all. So what are the things that can actually help? In the roof space, these two things can provide R value to your house. One is called sarking. This is like a very thin blanket that covers up your roof. Usually it helps for moisture control and thermal insulation. Sarking's for R value usually range from 0.2 to 1.5. Higher values means higher cost, but this is already much higher than tiles and metal. The other thing is called insulation bats. It's like a jacket infill to your house, and it's also the real player of the game. Insulation bats are usually put above your ceiling, sometimes also in the wall. They can provide R value from 2 to 5, sometimes even more. So if you're building a new home or adding a second floor, you can now very easily understand if the home is thermal efficient or not. Let's say you're building a house with sarking of R1 and insulation bats of R3. Now your total roof R value is 1 plus 3 equals 4, which can just meet the NCC minimum requirement for Sydney. But how do you make it better? How do you make it not just for minimum? The easiest way that I would recommend is to upgrade the insulation bats. Swapping them into R5 can make a huge difference. Usually it's going to cost you $5 to $10 more each square meter, but that can double up your total R. Another way is that you can choose higher R value sarking. But as I mentioned, sarking's maximum R is not as high as the insulation bats, so you might not get as much return as you spend the extra money. Besides all these, there is also a really good material that I want to mention this time. It's called cool metal roofing. This is becoming more of a modern solution these days, especially for hot climate zone. How they work is that they can reflect the solar heat back to the air instead of passing it down to your house. For example, this material that I found from Colourbound's website, they've got the solar reflectance of 95. From their explanation, that means this kind of material can reflect 77% of solar heat. That's gonna hugely drop down the indoor temperature. But there's a cost. The cost of this kind of material is about 5 to 15% more than the standard ones. But it can be a really good choice if you live in a hot climate zone. And it can also save a lot of bills from the air company. Okay, wrapping up. Common misunderstanding is that tile roof has got better insulation than the metal roof. Roof insulation is measured by R value. You can improve your total R using better bats, better sarking. And you can cool down your roof by using better ventilation or even using the cool metal roofing material. Alright, if you find this video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe our channel. I will continue to share more Aussie home building tips very soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.